What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Aristotle, R with the RAR. We back with another episode of Stock Sundays. Everybody do me a favor. Tell me where you from. All right? Tell me where you from. Gonna get started, folks. We're gonna get started. So today we're gonna talk about the 4 setups that I like. All right. Before I get all into that, folks, what I want you guys to do is tell me where you from. And then we're gonna chart. It's gonna be interactive and everything, you feel me? All right. Somebody said we up. Cleveland in the building. Okay, we got Cleveland in the building. Let me go tell my members real quick that we live right now. Stock Sundays. Get everybody in there. All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right, we got South Carolina tapping in. We got Sherman, Texas, Ohio, Canada, Orlando, Selma, Cleveland, North Carolina, Chicago, Montgomery, Arkansas, Florida. Let's get it. Let's get it. We tapping in from everywhere. Somebody said, how was your nap? Man, it was great. Can't even lie. Only took about an hour nap. Can't even lie to you. Can't even lie to you. All right, so we tapping in from everywhere. We tapping in from everywhere. Okay. So we gonna get started, folks. Without further ado, we gonna get started. We gonna get started. All right. So let's get into it, folks. We got more people coming in. Shout out to everybody who in right now. We got Instagram, Twitch, X, everybody. All right. So let's get right into it. Looks like we're gonna have an eventful market this time. So let me go to my John Hancock. All right. This is pretty cool because I'm doing this on my iPad as my screen. All right, so we coming off a short week, MLK week. Let's see what we got, folks. We don't really got nothing going on. Producer Price Index, U.S. Federal Reserve Consumer Confidence Index. We don't really got too much hard data going on. I'm pretty sure Trump will figure out a way to stir up the market, though. We know how he does, right? So that's number one. Now we can go kind of look at the charts, go over all markets. Of course, I like to explore the crypto markets and the stock market. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let me take off the strat numbers. All right, folks, let's get right into it. First thing is SPY. What is SPY doing? This is the weekly chart. I like to look at weekly candles a lot of times. So we're not really, the gap is nearly filled. After a gap down, we go to the daily chart. Gap almost nearly filled. We got a double inside day. So we got an inside day right here. Almost a 1 candle. Let's see. Yep. So basically this range has to be broken right here on SPY. So I always look at SPY first. If you guys notice when I chart, I always look at SPY first. Double inside candle, 1 candle for my strat people. So basically I'll be watching for a break above or below these candles. So that'd be one of the first things that I'm looking at on SPY. And then we could look at QQQ, which same thing, kind of just waiting on this range to be broken. Whenever I see a bunch of candles consolidating, I'm waiting on a certain range. So QQQ is one of them. that I'm watching, seeing if we're trying to get to all-time highs again. So we still have room to run. So whenever I see that, we're not at all-time highs, that means if I take bullish positions, I'm comfortable taking bullish positions whenever SPY and QQQ is not at all-time highs. So I like to do that. Let's look at IWM, which is okay, cool. They finally took a pullback. So we got to see about that. Oh, and also, looking at some of the past news with Trump and everything, he was talking about, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So we're here with it. Trump said if Canada makes a deal with China, it would immediately be hit with the 100% tariff against all Canadian goods and products coming into the USA. So, that's something that, we got to look at all this different stuff that he's doing. And when he at first he said he was gonna, do a lot of stuff with Greenland and, but he said he's not gonna do that. He was not gonna impose the tariffs on February 1st. So that's pretty good news for the market. But again, Trump is, at any point in time, he could change his mind. Y'all know how he goes. So just gotta stay on your toes with that. That's why I was cash over the weekend. I was like, man, plus I had a bunch of interviews and stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna swing nothing over the weekend. I'm kind of glad I didn't. All right. So the first three stocks I like to look at is SPY, QQQ, IWM. Honestly, my favorite stocks to day trade. If you watch me or in my chat or anything like that, then those are my favorite stocks to day trade. Okay. And then lastly, let's go look at Bitcoin. And if you guys know, Bitcoin is the benchmark of the market, broke this trend. So, I don't know. I'm guessing Bitcoin is coming down to the 75, 73K mark, retesting all-time highs. I wouldn't be surprised. I done wrote so much stuff on this. But yeah, I'm guessing Bitcoin will come down. If I had to do a hypothesis on it, looks like it's and another thing, folks, everybody's caught on to it. Is it going to reach all-time highs again? Of course. One thing I want you guys to realize about Bitcoin, about SPY, about great companies, whatever, right? So you see how it's down to 87,000. So if the high is 126,000, that difference is yours. So that's how you know what type of dip you're buying on Bitcoin. So, if you bought the 75K dip, the difference between 75K and so that 50K is yours, if that makes sense. If you bought here, $50,000, if you buy a whole Bitcoin, is yours one day because it will reach all-time highs. But the thing is, people, of course, inherently are taught not to sell their Bitcoin and things like that. But, although I'm a stock trader, I love the stocks. I do have a stake in Bitcoin. I've been buying a lot of it since 2021. And by a lot, I mean, 6 figures worth and stuff like that since 2021. So that's 5 years of doing it. But of course, I wish I would have went in heavier 5 years ago. But yeah, let's go look at Ethereum. Look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum just refuses to, get past this level right here, this 5,000 level. Such an aggravating one because everybody's always rooting for number two, and number two did absolutely nothing for the past. I mean, maybe it did something. What was this? Is all-time highs 1,300. I guess you can say in 2021. Last time it really did something. Other than that, stalling out. Let's go look at XRP. This is not XRP. Here we go. $1.08. What was the high of XRP? So it did get to 3.6. So it's down 50%. Down 50%. Yeah. Yep. Down 50%. So I always like to take this line and do that. So yeah, and we can go look at the top 8 stocks before I get into what I'm watching. But before I do, you guys know what the hell is going on. Make sure y'all tap in the Honey Drip. I went crazy last week. You go to the Gains channel, you're gonna see nothing but people just getting to the bag. You feel me? So make sure y'all tap into my community. I'll post a link in the description. And like I said, folks, my chat is technically free. Yes, it's $125 a month. But look what this person made in a week. She's in for free for the year. You get what I'm saying? This person too, literally, already done made her. She done took so many trades from us and have already made her money back. And that's from Unraveler. He made Tesla trades. So he called a beautiful trade on Tesla. This person, let's see if they made their money back. Yep. So think about it. These people are in free. So don't look at my subscription cost and be like, oh, it's $125. That's a lot. This is, think about what I make you. You're actually getting over on us. This person, again, is in free for a year. You know what I'm saying? You're just paying for our time because these guys live trade every single day. And here's where they call the plays at. We got in Amazon and we got in Tesla. And here are their stats, as you guys can see. So I got in Amazon as well. I called Amazon and it went crazy right here. And I show people my gains and everything. So make sure y'all tap in. It'll be honeydripnetwork.com. I'll post a link in the description. So let's get into my top plays. All right. Number one, my favorite one is Oracle. Okay. It's my number one play. Now, why do I like Oracle? I'll kind of show you guys. All right. So we have, this is the daily chart, by the way, folks. This is Oracle. We have bullish divergence where we're making lower lows. And we have, you know, we filled this gap right here. And here are all-time highs. So, you know, a nice little dip there. And I was looking at the flow. I'll show you guys real quick. Let me go to it on my charts. So I always chart in my chat first. And I'll kind of show you guys real quick. So boom, here we go. Right here is where I tell my chat about it. And one thing that, you know, I'm getting accustomed to is whenever I see something in the market, I just take a screenshot of it, write it down, and put it in my chat. Because, you know, I just want to show people that, for one, I always have my eyes on the market. Like, I do this full time. I'm a full-time trader, if that makes sense. So, you know, this is what I do. And I always chart it here first. And then I go through a whole process. I'll chart it here first, give them my whole thing. Then I'll call it out. So I'll show you guys, for example, what was it? Duolingo, right here. So look, if you notice, I'll chart Duolingo out first. Then I'll tell them, hey, I have an alert set for when it hits 149. So I'll chart it first. Then I'll set the alert. So right here, I set the alert. And then I'll go to the swing trade channel. And then I'll call it out for you. So right here, Duolingo. Boom, I'll let you know. Then I even show you, like, this is my position size. I'm in $10,000 worth. So I showed them full transparency what's going on. I chart it first, signal it. So I'm just showing y'all the whole process. So if I get in Oracle, it's the same way. I chart it first, then I'll alert it, then I'll signal it. So you get to see the whole process through and through. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, my chat is free. Don't worry about the fee. You will make it back because I only play high probabilities. All right. So I think I only missed one trade this year as far as a swing trade. So what am I, like 25 for 30? So yeah. or I think 26 for 30. I think I only missed 4 trades this year. So anyways, I'm waiting on Oracle to get above this level right here, this inside candle. So remember what I was telling y'all, whenever we have an inside day, which we have right here, this one candle. So this would be considered a one candle because it's an inside candle. All right, folks. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, this is just a simple strat thing. So I'll show you guys real quick for the people who don't know. Basically, it's like this. An inside bar that takes out. So it's always about the previous bar, right? So always remember that we're talking about the previous bar. Let me bring that down. So whenever we have a one candle, that means takes out no size of the previous bar. Okay, so that's a one candle. Two takes out one side of the previous bar. So it's always about the previous candle, the relationship between the previous candle. Two takes out no sides. I mean one side. Okay, so this is a two down, but this could be a two up, if that makes sense. A three takes out both sides of the previous bar. So a one takes out no sides of the previous bar, and the wicks count, by the way. Two, one side, three, both sides. Okay. So I want y'all to pay attention to that, because when we're on Stock Sundays and things like that, I may call out something that involves this. And you could call these multiple things. Okay. So, and then you have these right here, which are strat combos, right? So you have, I'll show you guys real quick. Like right here, this would be a 2-1 reversal. Well, let me give you guys a better one. Okay, this one. Let's just say I was buying puts, right here. So this would be a 2-2 bullish or bearish reversal, right? Just for example. And put a yes if you understand this, by the way. So, and we're on a daily chart, by the way. So this would be our entry point for puts. This would be our target for a 2-2 reversal. So what does that mean right here? See that? A 2-2 bearish reversal. Entry, target is the low of the previous candle. So this is just, something that helps with price action, if that makes sense. Like with candles, if you don't have a setup, if you don't have a bullish divergence, if you don't have a candlestick pattern, I'm not a candlestick pattern, but a chart pattern, for my swing traders, then you have this too to keep your eye on. So it's just extra, probabilities, adding some higher probabilities to your swinging, if that makes sense. All right. So if you understand this, put a yes. If you don't, hope you can watch this again. So anyways, right here we have a inside day. So this is what I teach people as well. So this is an inside day. So you notice right here we have an inside bar on Oracle, right? So not only do we have bullish divergence on the RSI and the MACD, where we're making a lower low, right? But we have what? An inside day, a double inside day, as a matter of fact. Nearly one. Yeah, a double inside day. So that means if we break resistance here, our first target will be here. Second target will be this candle. We got lots of room to run if Oracle breaks 180.7. Okay. So we got lots of room to run. We got a double inside day, as you guys can see, whenever you have two candles or a candle that is completely inside of the previous day, takes out no size of the previous day, right? So we got a double inside day. It breaks the top of that, then that's a breakout bar, right? So that's what I'm waiting on right here. Or you can see right here, you see that? This is an inside bar. Here's the breakout. Sometimes it'll retest the breakout. You get what I'm saying? So this bar will break and then it'll retest to, stop people out, things like that. So you got to watch for that. But I'm pretty much watching that for Oracle. And it has earnings not too far. Actually, March 9th. So, that could be a good little monthly swing. You could get in some good, you can go out about 3 to 5 weeks on this if it does break the top. So remember, we need confirmation first. So that's Oracle. And then my next one would be AMT, one of my favorite patterns. And if you've been watching Stock Sundays, I trade this pattern a lot. All right, everybody tell me real quick, folks, what pattern is this? Let's see who be watching. What pattern is this? All right. Let's see who get it right first. All right, I'm gonna wait on everybody to tell me what this is, and then we're gonna see who get it right first. All right, there they go. Bull Flag. This is the first person to get it. This person said it too. She said Bull Flag. I'm just gonna show everybody who says it. Bull Flag, Bull Flag. So you guys do be watching. You guys are pretty smart. I think if a lot of people went live and actually quiz their audience, they see that their audience isn't stupid. And that's something that I like to do. You guys are grown. You guys are smart people. You guys are just here to support. Okay, so I respect that. We got Bull Flag. A lot of you are saying Bull Flag, as you guys can see. All right, so yes, that's why I'm watching AMT. We have a Bull Flag pattern. So you guys are smart human beings. You guys are just here to support. A lot of people like to talk to their audience like they're dumb. These are working class, smart humans who went to college, got jobs, got kids. So I like to respect you guys as such. So again, I'm going to say above about 180-ish. Yeah, about 180. I like AMT above 180. And we can make that green. All right, so AMT above 180. That'll be the one that I like if it can get above. And then I found one more Bull Flag. I found one more Bull Flag, folks. One more. So you guys are pretty smart. All right. Again, got, multiple touches of support resistance. So not all Bull Flags are perfect. They all come in different sizes and things like that. But the main thing is a flagpole and the consolidation after you get a flagpole. And that's how you can see it. A lot of times you can't really see it on a daily chart. Like right here, you would skip past this if this was, you get what I'm saying? Like if you didn't know to go down to the 4 hour. So if, as you can see, I go down to the 4 hour often. So whenever I'm charting Bull Flags, I usually go down to the 4 hour, 9 times out of 10. All right. So yes, I'm watching Pep for the same thing. This is Pepsi, the losers to Coca-Cola. Shout out to Atlanta, Carolina boys losing. It's funny because when I was in the Army, it was a lot of Carolina guys and there was a lot of Georgia guys. So we would rep brands based in Georgia. But it's funny that I didn't know the amount of brands we actually made. Like Delta comes from Georgia or Atlanta, Home Depot, Chick-fil-A, and Coca-Cola. So I love all of those brands. Home Depot is my favorite brand when it comes to housing goods. Coca-Cola, I guess if I drink soda, I would like Coca-Cola brands better than Pepsi brands. But I like Gatorade better than I like Powerade. Not even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Gatorade more than Powerade. And Delta, 100% my favorite airline. Cause I'm not gonna. Of course, Emirates is my favorite airline, but yeah, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just keeping the chat alive. Let me see how many people on. Yeah, we got a lot of people. We got 859 on YouTube, 584 on X, and then let's see how many we got on Instagram real quick. It's not a lot because they banned me from going live on Aristotle Investments for a little bit too. I'm talking about a long time. But let's see. They banned me from So we got 79 on so about 1,500 people watching right now, and then 8 on Twitch. So that's pretty dope. All right. Now let's get into, so we got Pepsi. Let's see. I want Pepsi above, I think 145.25. So something right here. All right there. Something like that, right? Gets above this level, we could take it. And the first, of course, we got our first target here, second target here. So we got to see what Pepsi gonna do. But yeah, I like Pepsi. And then my last one, let me go look at my last one. Now, this is a strat one. We got a strat one, aka bullish engulfing. If I could think of it off the top of my head, let me go to my chat real quick. See what that was. Give me 2 seconds. I mean, I could go to it here, but I don't want to show you guys everything. All right. All right. It was DDOG, Datadog. I did a viral rap about this 5 years ago, like in 2020, when Reels first popped off. But let's go to the 1 week chart, folks. And again, we have what? What candle would this be, folks? Out of 1 through 3. We're on the 1 week chart on Datadog. What candle would this be? Let's see who learned. We're going to see. This is Dora the Explorer. It takes a little bit because the chat bot lags a little bit. But everybody comment, what candle would this green candle be right here in relationship to this one? Let's see if y'all been learning. Pick the number. It lags a little bit whenever it's time to oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, you guys are freaking on the roll. You guys are smart. See, that's what I told you. More people need to go live and to their audience. They'll see how smart they really are. You guys are very smart. Look at that. Look at that. Look how many people said 3. You guys are the truth. Yep. Yes, it's an engulfing too. Somebody said a bullish engulfing. Yeah, this person is smart too. So it's both. It's a 3 candle because it takes out both sides, and it's a bullish engulfing. Okay, okay. We got us a little smart group of people right here. Okay. So that's why y'all come and watch your boy. Real recognize real, geniuses recognize geniuses. I'm rocking with y'all. I like this audience. You guys learn fast. All right, you guys are correct. This is a 3 candle. All right. So boom, we have a 3 candle. Now here's the crazy part. I missed my trade on AMD last week. So AMD had a 3 candle, right? That engulfed. And I missed a freaking day trade. I was supposed to take it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you gotta miss them so you can take the next one. We end up catching Amazon. I caught Amazon. And this was but anyways, let's go to the main topic. As you can see, and I'm gonna just show y'all an example. AMD had a 3 candle on the weekly chart. We're on the weekly chart, by the way. And it engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, right? 7 bars before that, it engulfed it, correct? Now, when it broke the highs, so you got to mark the highs of that candle. When it finally broke the highs, it exploded. So 3 bars on the weekly chart are, very, very high probability. So if we look at Datadog, that's pretty much the result I'm expecting. We got a 3 bar after it recovered this level right here. So this level end up going crazy. And yeah, if it breaks here, I can see it going to the target of about 146. If it breaks 133.7-ish, right? So 3 bars and a breakout of 3 bar on the weekly chart, because it's an engulfing technically. So bullish engulfings are high probability setups anyways. And I've been teaching this for a long time before the strat. Bullish engulfings on the weekly chart are super high probability. If you don't believe me, I'll just show you this. Pin bars and bullish engulfings on the weekly chart. COVID-19, the bounce from COVID-19. Why did it bounce? A 3 candle. See that? a bullish engulfing. So when COVID hit and it needed to go, it took the last bottom we had was an engulfing COVID. All right. Now let's look at some bearish engulfing. Let's look at what dropped the market. A 3 candle, a bearish engulfing. So for those who like how powerful are engulfings, very powerful on the weekly chart, by the way. We're on the weekly chart. What dropped the market? So from COVID, a COVID top was a bullish engulfing. A COVID bottom was a bullish engulfing. A COVID top was a bearish engulfing. And this is what I teach directly in the mentorship. Now, I teach this too. I always go to this example. All right. So this is a mentorship play. Weekly candles. Again, a pin bar, right? So we got engulfings, another almost an, well, is that technically an engulfing? It is. This is still an engulfing right here. All right. And then we got a pin bar here. See that? So pin bars and engulfings. Look, what else? An engulfing. Notice that the tops are engulfings. So even though it's not a 3, because it didn't take out the other side of it, it's still an engulfing because the body of that candle counts. So for the ones who don't get it, like, hey, Aristar, I thought you said it's a 3. So you see how this body and this body is bigger than this body and this body. It takes out. So the engulfing, it really doesn't matter the wicks when it comes to engulfing. It's about the body that counts. So yes, engulfings are super, super powerful on the stock market. You can't ignore them. And I could show you so many examples of them working. Another engulfing pattern that dropped the market, bearish engulfing. See that? Another bearish engulfing right there that dropped the market. Another bearish engulfing. See that? That dropped the market. Another bearish engulfing. See that? So this is what back testing is all about. And this is why you geniuses are here. Because you guys are tired of the noise. You guys wanted to learn from a real baller. All right. So you guys are here. DDOG. What do we have? We have a 3 bar at a form of support. Bullish engulfing. It gets above this level. We're going to take it. So you guys know what to do, man. Make sure you guys come in a honey drip. Again, folks, my chat is free. I'll drop the link in the description. I'll pin the link in the comments. But again, folks, and then I want to show you guys something before we dip off. Just real quick, so you guys will see what's going on. So right here, folks, again, this is what I do. So Duolingo, remember what I told you. I'll signal it. I'll put it in the watch list in my charts. And then I'll show you the money I make from it. So I made $6,500 from that. And then I made ARM. This was another one that we all got in. By the way, people eat with me. So I don't just eat. You can look at the gains. We all eating food. We got big pizza, big fries. So all these people pay for their subscription. So again, my chat is free. It's just you're paying for our time. All right. I'm your financial advisor, if that makes sense. You're paying me to watch the market and give you my high probability plays from my expertise and experience. I made $7,000, $7,700 off ARM. And yeah, again, these people ate. He paid well over his yearly subscription. Another one, well over his yearly subscription. So that's what we do, folks. Again, I'll chart it for you. The first thing I'll do is I'll give you my rationale sometimes. If I didn't chart it already, I'll just put it down there. And that's what I do inside of my chat. So make sure you guys tap in. If you guys want to get in, again, my chat is free. The fee is just to pay for our time, folks. And you guys see that, man. Joined a month ago. We teach so much stuff, man. And my whole goal is to make sure everybody eat. I'm going to post the link in the description. It's honeydripnetwork.com. And that's it, folks. So I'll hop off this and I'll kind of just get on the soapbox about trading real quick because I like to do this often. I post the link in the description, but I want to kind of just talk about trading real quick. Again, folks, next week, I posted this on Twitter and on Instagram, but this is an important message. So this right here, surprised that's not. Let's do this replay real quick. Okay, there we go. Y'all see I'm rocking the braids right now. But this is very important. This is the last message I want to say. The more you trade, the more you realize that playing your top 3 to 5 setups only is the best way to stay profitable. Don't try to reinvent the wheel when you see nothing. Stay cash if nothing's there. The formula is simple, but the discipline is hard, okay? Now, the reason why I wanted to leave this message up here and leave you guys with this message is because this right here is the key to being profitable. If you don't take anything from me, take this from me. This right here is the key to being profitable. The more you trade, the more you realize that playing your top 3 to 5 setups only is the best way to stay profitable. So remember, don't try to reinvent the wheel if you see nothing. So what does that mean? If you're trading, you came in late, you woke up late, you didn't prepare, don't try to get into the market and waste your hard-earned money. All right. You work hard for this money, especially if you're playing with a cash account, you're playing with your real profits. You're not playing with a funded account. And most of you aren't. We're option traders, right? And honestly, I love trading with my own money, mainly because I don't know, I just don't believe in the system. I'm not here to play pussy. I'm here to get my whole, I want 100%. I just got to stay disciplined. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I teach. I teach you how to get all your money, stay disciplined. But the discipline is the hardest part, folks. Whenever somebody asks me what is the hardest part of trading, discipline. Because once you're taught the high probability setup, somebody's going to teach you, or somebody's going to teach you all of that. That doesn't mean that it'll hit every time. It's about the discipline and knowing how to play it, though. Right? They say, I see my ball on the strap. They say, you sounded like Suge Knight on your last video. I don't know what that means, but shit. I mean, I sound pretty tough, huh? Love it. Oh, my last, yeah, probably, yeah, for sure. You need more clippers? No, no, thank you. No, thank you, folks. But yeah, folks, make sure you guys tap in, man. Hope to see you guys inside the chat. Hope you guys learned a lot. Make sure you watch this video again if you want to learn about the strat. Put in me if you learned something today, by the way. If you did learn something, I want to see who learned something. All right. Put in me if you learned something. I want to see who tapping in and who learning something. And also put an I if I made you money. Put a me if you learned something. Put an I if I made you money. And then I'm gonna go in and get y'all out of here. Shout out to everybody who joined in and tapped in. Shout out to 800 people on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the 700 people. All right, here we go, folks. Me. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. Somebody said something dope. I think you could be the biggest in the world. Thank you, bro. That's some real shit. Shout out to everybody who learned something. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to you. Shout out to her. I see her on every Stock Sundays. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the women, the ladies who tapping in for the support. Young, old, don't matter. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. How much money did I make you guys? If you comment, just comment the money I made you. I want to see who really made money. Shout out to all these eyes talking about I made no money. Comment the number of dollar amount. If I made you money, comment the money that I made you. I want to see. I get inspired by that because I just want to up those numbers. My mission is to beat the number I did make you. So show me some, folks. Comment the number of dollar amount I made you. Over 5 bands, close to 10 bands. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. 5K this year. Love it. 10K. Love it. Okay. Thank you. You said appreciate you, bro. Let me put that up here so people can see that. 5,000. 60K. Love it. 1,200. Love it. Love it. Yes. If I join for 125, can I see the everyday stock signal? Yes, you will. 15K. 250 day trade. 15,000. 1.6K. 20K. 12K. 10K. This week was the highest in the week. Okay. This week was my highest in the week. 3K this week. Love it. 60K, 1K so far, 8K. Man, I love this. God bless y'all. 7K off Lift Leap, 60K. Okay, 1.5K, 2K, 24K overall, 60K. I'm up 2,000 my first month. Love it. I love it. Join his chat. You'll make well more than you spend. That's what's up. All right, y'all. I'll post it again. I'll pin the link in the comments. honeydripnetwork.com. Shout out to you guys for tapping in. And I'm inspired to make you guys so much money. I almost shed a tear seeing all that. That was dope. Somebody said I almost did 100K. That's what's up. We do a class every week, and we live trade every day via Zoom. All right. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for tapping in.